So the FAFSA stands for the Free Application for Federal Student Aid. It's a free service the Department of Education offers. You can fill it out for free, submit it for free. It's not that difficult to complete. With the FAFSA, you can qualify for federal work study, for federal student loans, such as the Grad Plus loan or the Stafford unsubsidized loan.
And the sizes of those awards are need-based.
And these loans, of course, are not just for to cover tuition. These loans can cover your cost of living during school. They can pay for your housing, food, books, rent.
I think everybody should fill out the FAFSA when they're looking at school. I think it should just be one of the things you do, just like completing the application. People are often surprised with what they do qualify for. Short of having a trust fund, and even in some cases if you do, I think that you should fill out the FAFSA.
And once you get your aid offer letter, you always have the option to only accept part of it or none of it, depending on what you prefer.
Because you never know what might change while you're in school. And filling out the FAFSA just allows you in the middle of the year, say if your resources change, to be able to get a loan. Whereas if you don't complete it in time, then even in the middle of the year, if something changes, you won't be able to get a student loan to help cover the cost of school, and you might have to drop out or scramble for other options. And it just keeps your options open for financing your education. I think the government's trying to make it easy for students to pay back their student loan debt by providing options like the Federal Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program, as well as income-based repayment. The income-based repayment program really just ties the payments on your debt to your income, so sort of a sliding scale.
If you are taking out a federal loan, and this only applies to federal loans, not private loans, it allows graduates to repay a loan, but it is capped at 15% of your discretionary income. So it allows you to live and yet at the same time repay your loan.
Sure, the Federal Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program allows students who are working in the government or nonprofit sectors after a period of 10 years to have their loans forgiven. And the way it works is that when you finish with school, your debt is what's consolidated in a way that qualifies them for this program. And then you as the borrower essentially make 120 payments, so monthly payments over a 10-year period, which equals 120. And as long as you do that, and you're still during that entire time working for a public service organization or a government entity, you can have your loans forgiven, and that includes the principal and the interest.
And it was established in 2007, so we haven't seen anyone walk away with the 120 payments yet, but we have great hopes for it. And it is something that we do recommend to our students to consider once they graduate, because for a lot of our graduates, that is the sector that they're going into.
For folks in the social sector, I think this is particularly important because salaries are not as high as they are maybe in the private sector or in finance or working in a traditionally well-paid field. Folks tend to be making less in this field. I definitely would say do your research on the Federal Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program or income-based repayment. There are websites out there that summarize these programs in as clear a manner as possible, I think. And definitely read the fine print so that you're understanding what you're getting yourself into. Obviously read the fine print on your student debt to understand how it works, and so that you're going into it with your eyes wide open.